It's very rare that in the Pokemon community we can all agree on something, but I think unanimously we can all agree that 2024 was a bit quiet on the gaming front. TCG's always doing its thing, but gaming we had very little to work with. We got the announcement of Pokemon ZA at the end of February, and then we got nothing. We've seen nothing. We got a massive leak of a lot of things from the old Pokemon alphas. We found out a lot of information, a lot of disturbing information if you're a Typhlosion fan, which I am. I'll stick by my boy. He was fake, it was a ditto, it's not real. We'll get past that. But other than the leaks and the announcement of Pokemon ZA, we got very little. You know, there wasn't too much going on. Some in-game events, which was cool, which can only mean one thing. This was the calm before the storm. 2025 is going to be a huge year for Pokemon, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you the 5 things. 5, and each and every one of them are important. And I think if Pokemon can nail at least 3 out of the 5 of these, we're in for a great year. Us Pokemon fans, we're eating good. We're eating good. Pokemon, if you're listening, you like these ideas, slide in my DMs. Slide in my DMs. They're open for you. Just right. Number 1, it is very likely that we're getting the Switch 2 or whatever it is called this year. 2025, we're seeing it this year, and it is strongly rumored that it'll be backwards compatible. Now, this is important, and I think they can right some of their wrongs with this. It needs to be where if I can get my Scarlet and Violet game, if I can get this game and I can put it into my Switch 2, it needs to upskill. I don't know if it's possible. I'm not a tech guy, you know. I'm just throwing it out there. It needs to improve. It needs a higher frame rate. It needs something to make it more smooth, because there's great games in there. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, they're great games. I will die on this hill. I had a lot of fun. Does it have issues? Yes. Are they great games? Yes. Both can be true. And I wholeheartedly, Scouts Honor, believe there's great games in there. If they can just improve the performance just a little, and don't charge us. Don't go, oh, you want the improved game? $50, £50, 50 yen. I don't know what the conversion rates. Just don't charge us. Just make it so that when we put games in, they're smoother, better frame rate. This would be huge, because I really want to play Pokemon. I've played Pokemon Scarlet, as you see me throw away. I want to play Pokemon Violet, but I want to wait, because I don't want to play it and then this happens. Please, at least let us know. Let me know so I can play it, because they're great games. I really enjoyed them. But number 2. Now this one seems obvious. So obvious that I can't comprehend why it hasn't happened yet. Port games to the Switch. Old Pokemon games like they did on the 3DS. They've done it before. Really hard. It can't be that difficult. I don't understand why they haven't done it. It's so obvious. They've ported Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. And the Pokemon card game. Give us Red and Blue. Give us something. I want to sit with my big screen and play a Pokemon game. You know? Like an old Pokemon game, an old Game Boy. I know it's possible if you get emulators and do. People are going to go in the comments and give me like all these roundabout ways I can do that. I want to do it legit. For talk's sake, I can emulate these games on my phone. Why can't the Switch? Obviously the Switch can handle it. I'm not saying the Switch can't handle it. I'm just saying, what's keeping them? Really, if they released a collection here's all the Gen 3 games, $50, £50, 50 yen, and there'll be people think pieces coming out saying, oh, how expensive is this? I don't care. I'll pay it. Pokemon have me. They have my wallet. They have me. And while we're on the topic of ports, port Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I've played Coliseum. I love Coliseum. I grew up playing Pokemon Coliseum. I love Pokemon Coliseum. I've never got to play XD Gale of Darkness. Obviously, there is ways I can do it. But if I want to legitimately play Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, here in the UK, £200. I think you're paying £200 for the game. That's crazy. £200 for a game should not be a thing. And if they just ported it to Nintendo Switch Online, if they released a dual collection, here I am with the collections again. If they released a dual collection with Coliseum, Gale of Darkness, the GameCube games, they'd print money. They would print money. That they would do numbers, huge numbers, and I would pay it. I would 100% pay it. I love Coliseum. It's a game I would definitely say for everyone to experience, to play. Gale of Darkness, haven't played, but I've heard the same thing. It's a great game. Apparently it improves upon Coliseum's issues. People need to experience these games. These are great. A lot of people worked hard on these games. They shouldn't be kept behind illegal ways of obtaining them, or it's either a legal way of obtaining them, or £200 fee. I think you have to get a GameCube, you have to get a, or a Wii, or I suppose Wii runs it. You have to. It's money, it's a lot of money, when they could kind of, and if they were to release this collection, it would drop the price on the GameCube game. It's just, I don't understand why they don't do it. Maybe Switch 2, who knows, but it feels like we're going to be asking for this forever, so who knows. Number 3, now this one's a small one. I put it in the middle just because it's a quick one, we'll go through. A few months ago, Pokemon released an event on Pokemon Home that if you were to complete the Pokemon Paldea Pokedex, you were to catch every Pokemon in the Paldea Pokedex, you would get a shiny Meloetta. A Pokemon that was shiny locked before, you couldn't obtain that Pokemon through legal means. And it's now... I went back to Pokemon Scarlet to play it, and I was happy. I made a wee notepad and all. I did all the bells and whistles, and I had a lot of fun. Completely got my shiny Meloetta. Not sure what other event they could do. They have a shiny Rayquaza event at the minute. What time of recording I need to do still. These are great events. Do more of these. Keep Pokemon Scarlet Violet fresh. And then when the Switch 2 comes out, and then it's all upscaled and 60 frames per second, 4K, all that jazz. Even better. Even better. I just think these games should still be getting events like this. They obviously are. Just saying, Pokemon, keep it up. Good job. Keep it up. Keep it up. Number 4. Now this one's the one I have most confidence in. If I was to have confidence points, I think all in this. They need to smash the release of Pokemon Zaza. They need to smash it. This game needs to do well. There's a lot of build up. As of right now, January 5th, we know nothing about this game. We've seen a little trailer. That's it. Which isn't a bad thing. We could have a great rollout this year. Maybe every week or two, release a new trailer, small trailer. Kind of Scarlet and Violet did something really great, but they were always releasing new Pokemon. And you get the hype building. You get the You get the hype building. We don't even know who the starters are. They're saying we're getting new Megas. Maybe we're getting old Megas. Megas are coming back, which is great. Love Megas. Megas, they absolutely smash Megas, and I can't wait to have them Megas on the big screen. You know, it can't go wrong. Every few weeks, give us a little trailer, something to dissect, a wee bit of story, you know, something for us to theorize, something for the community to eat. You know, our plates are empty. We're looking at the menu and we're going, oh, the menu looks good, but we're not eating. You know, it's you order the food, but it's not coming. You know, and that's where we're at the minute. But you know, it's still January. Hopefully, we'll see a trailer soon. Hopefully, we'll see who the starters are. We don't even know who the starters are. You know, there's a lot to reveal, a lot of stuff for them to work with. I have utmost confidence they will do this. I think we'll get a great rollout, and I think we'll get a great game. And with the Switch 2, you would hope we'll get something great. And I'm very confident we will. Now, number 5. This is the tasty one. This is the one everyone thought. You probably thought this was going to be on my list. This is going to be on everyone's list. Gen 5 remakes. Okay, everyone knew this was coming, but hear me out. We got BDSP a few months before Legends Arceus, so it's not outside the realms of possibility that we see Gen 5 remakes this year also. But a lot of people are going to have the same issue, is people don't like BDSP, people don't like Brown Diamond Shining Pearl, people don't like them. And understand why people don't like them. They're remakes of the worst games. If they remade Platinum, perfect. They remade a game and then didn't take in some of the Platinum stuff, and I completely understand that. I think if Pokemon were to outsource and use another company, like when they used, I don't have the name of the company off the top of my head, but if they were to outsource and use another company to make these remakes, give them a little bit more, like, okay, have a bit more fun with it, you know, add a few more, like Oras was perfect. Omega Ruby Elf Sapphire was perfect. They added a good amount of stuff, kept a lot of the good stuff, was fresh but also familiar, nailed it. Heart Gold Soul Silver, the exact same. It just felt like Gen 4 was a wee bit phoned in, and I played Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I had a great time. I love those games. I grew up on those games. I love those games. I was always going to enjoy them. There was no world where I was going to hate it. You know, I have my issues with it. Everyone has their issues with it, but they're not bad games. Gen 5, they just need to they kind of need to go more Oras. They need to go a bit more Oras. But if we're going to get both in the same year, let's just hope it isn't a Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl situation, although it might be. It is very possible it might be. And these games are tricky to remake because there is two. There's Black and White and there's Black and White 2. Both different games. They're completely different games. There's Black and White 2 is a sequel, whereas we're used to the Platinums, the Emeralds, the Crystals. Just a little fleshed out versions of the Jewel. Whereas Black 2 and White 2 were sequels. So how do you do that? Do we get Black and White remakes and then we get Black and White 2 remakes in a few years? For next year, or do I do another collection? Like I've been suggesting collections all video. A Jewel collection where you can... That would be awesome. Imagine being able to buy Black 1, Black 2. You wouldn't see me for 2 weeks. You know, you wouldn't see me for 2 weeks. Unless they make a super game that has both. That'd be awesome. I would love that. But, you know, it's tricky, and I think I hope they'll handle it right, but you never know. You never know. You never know. Well, that's 5 things I want to see Pokemon do in 2025. Like I said at the start of the video, if we get 3 of them, I'm very happy with it. I am over the moon with that. But let me know what you think in the comments. And also, what do you want to see Pokemon do in 2025? And what do you think they'll do? What's the dream expectation? What's the reality? Both are fun. Both are interesting. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!